Hey guys, what's good, what's happening, and what's going on? Today's video is not about garage cleanup. I said there would be a series. We're going to continue that on throughout the week, but for tonight, or today, not tonight, it's actually the daytime, what I want to do is we're going to go to Canadian Tire. Why? I think we're going to upgrade the speaker system in the Trans Am and get 4 working speakers instead of the 2 in the dash pad, because sometimes I like to listen to music when I'm bombing around, and those 2 in the dash pad, you pretty much got to pin the volume to get any sound out of them. Kind of sucks. So I currently don't have you guys on any tripods or mounts or anything, mainly because today's going to be a POV vlog. I can't figure any other way to film installing speakers in the Trans Am without doing POV, because I got to squeeze myself into a tight position in the back seat, which is a very uncomfortable position to mount these speakers. So first off, we need to get our hands on some speakers. So that's why I'm going to Canadian Tire. Now, originally I mentioned the plan was to go to Amazon and order some speakers, but then I checked Canadian Tire and they got some name brand speakers by the name Pioneer, which I've used in the past and really enjoyed. So I figure we can go to Canadian Tire today. It's Easter Monday. They should be open, I hope. Did I grab my keys? Nope. Normally when you want to drive a vehicle, grabbing keys is a good idea. It's also a beauty day in the Bay. It's like 10C out, so I'm not wearing a jacket because it's 10C out. Today will be a modifying the Trans Am kind of a day. I just hope the battery still has power in it. Otherwise, we'll get them installed, then we'll have to check another day to see if they work. Oh man, I gotta fix that problem. All right, so let's go ahead and get you guys mounted to the hat. And let's go to Canadian motherfriggin' Tire. Yo, yo. All right, hopefully that's good enough. You know what I should do is grab the battery pack out of the garage, just so while I'm in the shop, I can charge this thing. Because you all know GoPros have the battery life of 1/2 of 10 minutes, and that kind of sucks. So I've been charging the battery pack over here, right here, and I'll just leave this in the truck. Probably saying, why don't I just use the USB port in the truck? Well, the moment you turn off the power, the damn USB ports turn off, so it's not really ideal. Found a thing on Amazon where you can install USB ports in older vehicles, and I thought about that once I figure out the power drain situation. We could go ahead and fix the other problems. All right, so we got our battery pack. Put that on my Sobeys bag. By Sobeys, I mean Freshco. All right, let's go over to Canadian Tire and pick up some speakers. While I'm there, I might as well buy some clamps so that we have clamps for the, I guess trucks work better when you actually turn them on, eh? So we got clamps for doing our other things. I guess in the Trans Am, if I needed a USB port, I could just put one of my batteries in there for when I'm vlogging, not a big deal. Everybody's out riding bikes and rollerblading because it's such a beauty day in the Bay. Well, that person's not rollerblading, they're riding a hoverboard. You ever try one of those things? Holy crap. My first time in a hoverboard, all I did was spin in circles because I couldn't figure it out. My buddy had one there. He bought it off of, I think, Amazon or Facebook. Some site came up and they're talking about them, and he said he literally got on it and he was a pro right from the get-go. Like, it took him no learning time, where like he's like, oh man, it's so easy. You just get on it and you lean forward and backwards, and when you want to turn, you just whichever foot you want to, like whichever direction you want to turn. Like if you want to turn right, you lean your right foot backwards and your left foot forward, and that's how the wheels work. It's kind of like driving a tank or an Argo. And I was like, okay, well, it sounds simple enough. Well, I'm gonna let you in a little secret. It's not that simple. So I get on the thing and it starts wobbling, and I start wobbling, and it's going back and forth really fast, and then I freaking try to correct, and next thing you know, I'm spinning in the circle and I went flying. I fell hard. It hurt. It sucked. Hoverboards plus Skivinz equals no dice. Not a good idea. People are out doing yard work and all that, and meanwhile I'm going to do a stereo install on my Trans Am. They actually had a deal at Cambodian Tire for an entire stereo kit. These speakers, like, okay, so originally my plan was to go on Amazon and buy some speakers by a company called Pile. But I had some pretty bad experience with Pile back in the day. There was a couple audio shops who sold Pile, and the name is just shy of 2 words to actually explain what it is: a pile of shit. I've never had such bad speakers. Now, I don't expect much out of a 4x6. Like, they're not exactly bassy speakers. They never will be. If you want some tub thumping bass, 6x9s are probably your best choice if you don't want to install a subwoofer. I don't really want to put another subwoofer in the Trans Am. I just want more sound. I don't care if it sounds like tomato soup. I just want more sound. That's all. I want to be able to hear my music and not have to pin the volume. Another thing I got to learn how to do is turn that stereo on, because I haven't used it in forever and I can't remember how to turn it back on. And because the battery died, so did the stereo. But we'll figure that out once we get the speakers installed, because I wasn't sure. Like, I had those Clarions, and I bought them off of eBay for the Trans Am, but I just never got around to installing them. And then when I did get around to installing them, I realized they were blown, so I bought blown speakers off of eBay. Can't really return them. I bought them friggin' back in like 2010 just to give a little bit more sound into the back channels. On a side note, doing garage cleanup, I found the actual covers for the back panels. I just can't find any of the clips for it, so that kind of sucks. But worst case, Ontario will print something, or we'll rig something. Self-tapping screws go a long way. Whatever, man. It's my car. I can redneck it if I want to. You gonna take point or no? Okay, well then I'm gonna do it, because you're just sitting there like a turtle. So yeah, we'll go to Canadian Tire. We'll pick up those the speakers, and then we'll go home and we'll install them. They're on clearance, so they're probably last year's model. But the problem is, like I was looking on Amazon, and the pile speakers were $69.99 prime free shipping, where the these Pioneers are $50, and I get them today. I'm not waiting. Now, I shouldn't dog prime shipping anymore, because it's been pretty on point. Like, I ordered that filament and stuff on Friday, and it's already at my door today. So that's pretty damn good. So that'll be another video. We're going to be doing some upgrades to the printer. I do really wish I read the reviews on that filament, because a lot of people are saying that that filament is garbage, very brittle, doesn't print smooth, and a bunch of other stuff. And now I'm kind of nervous that I completely bought a 1 kilogram roll of garbage, because if it's brittle, it's not going to make a good fishing lure. One good fish snaps onto that and really gives her a good chomp, and it's going to destroy the crankbait completely, or whatever, the jerk bait or whatever I make. Or if I cast it out and it bangs off a rock, she's going to crack in half, unless I put one hell of a clear coat on it. Yeah, fun times, fun times. But I figured, like, I went on Canadian Tire last night. I was sitting there, I'm like, okay, what can I do for videos tomorrow? Because I'm trying to get a little bit of a stockpile, because right now I'm only good till Wednesday. Like, I'm kind of caught up, and I don't like that. I like to be ahead, so on days when it's dry, I don't have to film, or when Nikki's down and I don't feel like filming, I don't have to. Okay, I really don't need the heater on. Holy crap. It's like a freaking sauna in here. I'm like, I got the window open, and I'm like, why is it not cooling down in here? Well, it's really hard to cool down when you got the friggin' heater on full tilt like a Peterbilt blasting the windscreen. That's you, bud. Yeah, definitely a beauty day in the bay. It's like, according to the truck, it's 8 Celsius. According to my computer, it was 10. So I don't know where it's pulling its digital details from, but obviously not this section of town. I do have my wallet. I do have my phone. So like I said, I'm also going to buy the clamps today, so that we can secure the top pour bait, because I will need clamps for that. It's going to need some pressure to keep it sealed. I expect flashing on those, but it's nothing we can't just peel off, throw back into the plastisol and remelt. Ooh, windy. That felt nice. Just sitting in this sauna truck. Okay, yeah, they're definitely open. There's like 1,000 people here. Well, there's not 1,000, but there's like a few. Garden centers are going to be opening up soon, if they're not already open already. People will be able to get their plantations going. I like to park in the back away from people, because I don't like getting dents in my truck. So what I might do is park over here away from everybody. This is usually where the garden center ends up, but I say I'm going to park away from everybody, and what do? I park beside another truck. So I'm going to take off, oh yeah, close that window too. I'm going to take off all my gear. I'm not going to film inside for obvious reasons, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. All right, guys, we're back in the truck. What the hell's going on with my key? There we go. Anyway, we're back in the truck. We got our clamps. We got our, bought a thermal gun, because they were on sale for 20 bucks. So I was like, I don't have one of them. Well, I do have one. I just don't know where the hell I put it. And now I'm going to find it, because I bought a new one. Some people say don't use a temperature gun to gauge the temperature of your plastisol. Other people that I watch who do a lot of soft plastics always use a temperature gun to see if it's up to 320 to 350 before pouring. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the temperature gun technique. Some people can just gauge the color, like if it's cooked by the texture. I'm not going to risk it for a biscuit. I'm going to actually do it right. Mind you, this will be my first dabble in soft plastics. Not today, obviously, but. So I grabbed that, and then the clamps. The one that I wanted, they didn't have the kit in stock. It was those like the ratchet ones, where it's like on a long stick, and you can ratchet them tight. Well, they didn't have any of those in stock, so I was like, well, shit, what am I gonna do? And then I saw a pack of the similar clamps that I got from the dollar store, but they're a lot more aggressive. I figure that'll do fine. I can put a couple clamps on the mold and it should hold it together. Like I say, I expect some flashing on that swim bait mold. It's not a perfect print, but we'll see, we'll see. And then of course I got the speakers, which that was the hardest part of the entire mission, was getting the speakers. Mainly because they're behind lock and key, and trying to find somebody to unlock it with a key in Canadian Tire is so hard. Like, I always make this joke about Canadian Tire staff, that they're like cockroaches. The moment the store turns on the lights, they just scatter. Getting any form of customer service out of Canadian Tire is a very, very choring task. I just put my truck in super sport mode in case you're wondering what the hell I was hitting. Reason being is because we're gonna have to accelerate like a demon because I gotta get into this lane. And I can kick it out of sport mode. Yeah, I showed Nikki how to do sport mode on her truck because those V6s, I got to drive it on Saturday. Holy hell, they're gutless. Like, no balls whatsoever. Not the EcoBoost, just a naturally aspirated 3.5 liter, no balls. Like, off the line, no balls. You rug it, it gets louder, but not faster. It reminds me of every 4-cylinder I ever did have, except for the freaking Focus, because it was a manual transmission. So you wanted to go faster, you just geared down and put it to the floor. Mind you, it didn't accelerate like a race car, but like it accelerated better than the automatic version. Holy crap. The automatic version, you rug it and it just gets really loud, and then the freaking transmission's slipping like crazy. Kind of garbage. Anyway, I figured today would be a good day to maybe play in the car and do some stereo work. That could be kind of fun. Fun for the whole family, eh? Why not? It's always good to have fun with the whole family. So literally, guys, I got 2 weeks of going back to the office, and then like I said, I'm gonna let them know that I'm done with this always in the office bullshit, because it doesn't make sense. Really doesn't. Like, people are only working one day in the office. I'm gonna work too, because I'm gonna cover the tech lounge. Mind you, that's a real boring job, but because you literally sit there and do nothing. Oh, he's got different sculptures out now. I'm actually kind of impressed by that guy back there who does wooden sculptures. He leaves them at the side of the road all day, all night, and puts a for sale sign on them. And even though the amount of crime in this city, nobody's stolen that shit. Like, some people would just vandalize it because they're dickheads, and none of his stuff has ever been vandalized or stolen or anything. And that's kind of impressive. Like, that tells you that this end of town is a good end of town to be in. Well, it's definitely a good end of town because it's away from all the riffraff. It's when you get into the downtown core, that's where all the riffraff is. Well, I guess nobody's going to be going skiing anytime soon, because who are you waving at? Oh, she's got a dog there. There's another doggy. Little doggy. So many little doggies. Everybody's outside walking their doggies. Imagine having one of these houses over here and having all that woods to play in, because you own pretty far back in those woods too. That'd be legendary. I'd love that. Well, now I would. Back then I wouldn't, because I'd be too scared to go back there. But now that I'm getting more into the fun survival woodsy stuff, I could go back there and build like a bushcraft fort on my own property and have a good time. And I know it's pretty flat once you get up to the top of the hill, because my buddy Pat, he used to own a house. Well, he didn't own the house. This house here has a pool built into it. I took a tour of that house just to check it out, and I was like, holy shit, nope. They wanted like $998,000, like close to $1 million. I just did the house tour just to check it out. But yeah, well, look at that, there's still snow in the ski resort. You can still totally go down if you select your path right. You can go shredding. I don't know why they closed it. Looks fine. Looks friggin' mint. Looks amazing. You guys probably can't see what I'm looking at. You're probably looking at the friggin' top of the window. I'm looking at all this deadfall in the ditches, and I'm just like, man, I should come out at night and just collect this and burn it. Save me money on buying wood. Like, there's so much deadfall back there. Just get a wagon, go back in the woods, fill it up, drag it back home, dump it off, go fill it back up, drag it home, dump it off. A couple loads and you'd have a good night of beer and burn. But yeah, my buddy Pat used to live right in this house, right over here, this white one or beige one or whatever color that is. And we used to go back in the woods way up there, and we used to go and make forts and stuff, and it was a good freaking time. It was really awesome. And they sold the house. Crazy bastards. Bet you property tax is expensive having all that wooded area to play in. And you own like a certain amount of it too. It's pretty sweet. Anyway, guys, I'm almost home. I'll chat with you then, show you what I got. All right, guys, we're home. Let's go into the garage. We're gonna need tools anyway, so you might as well open up the bay door. Kid's riding his dirt bike on the street. Crazy bastard. So literally I bought clamps like these, which I'll show you right now. I'm just gonna put stuff down on the barbecue here. Close this door. So here are the clamps that I bought. They're just Mastercraft, whole shitload of clamps. It's 20 bucks. So I was like, all right, it's a lifetime warranty. So that's even better. So perfect. We got a bunch of friggin' Mastercraft clamps. I'll put that over there for now. We still got to finish cleaning off that desk, but garage cleanup video is another video. Then I bought one of these, temperature gun, because I don't have one. Well, I do probably have one, and I bet you right now if I go into my toolbox, it's just going to magically appear because that's the story of my life. These hedge cutters come in clutch for breaking open this blister packaging. It'd be better if I had a knife, but my everyday carry is in the house because I'm forgetting to everyday carry it. Right? Right. I hate packaging like this. Number one, it's not recyclable. Number two, it's kind of garbage. All right, so they give us a colorful battery. Look at that, super heavy duty colorful battery. I know it's an awesome battery because it says super heavy duty right on the label. That always means quality. Super heavy freaking duty, colorful. I was gonna go to Dollarama on my way back and go pick up the glassware for mixing, but I decided not to. Anyway, how's this thing work? This isn't even part of the video. This is me just so happy that I got a new toy to play with. This is why I lose subscribers. No, I lose subscribers because my videos are boring. Would this be easier to do without sunglasses so I can actually see? Well, the floor is 0.2 degrees. Does it have a laser? So that there is 6 degrees. If you hit mode, I don't even know what that does. What does this button do? Nothing. There we go. That's what I wanted, was Fahrenheit. So that cabin is 36 degrees Fahrenheit. Barbecue is 41 degrees Fahrenheit. My head is 91.2. I don't know if that's good. Cool. How does it turn off? All right, so we'll leave that there because that's what we're going to be using to test the thermal core of the Plastisol. So we have our clamps for clamping the swim bait mold, and we have our other things. Now, I want to take this wire because I may have to power this camera off the battery. So that means everything's got to come out of my pocket. My keys, my wallet. Okay, that pocket is empty because it is literally going to be getting this. Take that off, you over here, this, put you in here, and plug you into the S end. You know what, I'm not gonna bother with this right now. If we need it, we need it. Anyway, let's see what these speakers look like. I asked the guy if there's 2 in there because the box is kind of small, and he's like, oh yeah, there should be 2. I said, I freaking hope so, bud. Because if I get home and there's only 1, I'm gonna be super pissed off at you right now. Well, I wouldn't be, but probably would be. This one day I don't bring my everyday carry, and what do I need all the time is my everyday carry. Wow, did I super glue these scissors shut? Jesus, Murphy, what the hell's going on here? All right, so it comes with a tiny little bit of speaker wire. All right, might as well just completely open the box. There we go. No speaker wire. Oh, what's this? I guess mounting screws. Instruction manual. Oop. Oh yeah, these got magnets. Oh, Jesus. What does that just come off? That's not very safe. Okay, so these look pretty basic. I don't understand why there's a shield on it or how that even works, but I'm wondering, okay, I gotta unlock the Trans Am. I'm wondering if I even need that. I also can't remember if I do have mounting hardware already in this car. Yeah, and that's as far as that's opening. See, those are the speakers. They're the Clarions that I wanted to put in. There's already a Clarion in there. Oh, and I do have mounting hardware. All right, how the heck am I gonna get back there? How do you get into a car that you don't really fit in? Can I? Okay, the unlock button doesn't work. That's cool. Okay, this is gonna be an awkward moment. Can I move this seat forward anyway? Nope. She doesn't move. Cool. Well, see, this is the reason why this car is garbage for anybody who wants to go for a ride. Okay, I'm gonna take the GoPro off real quick. I'm gonna ditch my hat because that thing's hot. I'm gonna put the GoPro back on and then put the keys on the top of the car. Should be fine. I gotta get in here somehow. Oh, all right. How is this mounted in there? Just one bolt. I need my everyday carry. This is ridiculous. You know what? I got one in the truck. See, my big question is will these new speakers actually make sound? Actually, I should be asking myself, does the battery have power? I got my Gerber in the truck here. I do plan on making a belt carry for this because I freaking hate this thing here. Anyway, I hate this thing here. Freaking cigarette tin, and let's see if we can get back here. They really don't make these cars for people over 6 feet tall. I'm gonna sit on the speaker, aren't I? Yep. That was the old speaker. Just gonna put this off to the side here. Oh man, I feel bad for. This is where I wish Nikki was here because she's so tiny that she could squeeze back here no problem. All right, I got in. Now the fun part, getting back out. Really? There we go. Sorry if you guys can't see shit. See, I thought about getting little 4-inchers and putting them here instead of using these 4x6s, and it's a real shame these Clarions didn't work because they're really nice speakers. Okay, I'm just gonna put this right there for now. Not used to seeing the car from this angle. There we go. Fire you over here, grab you. Let's just hook this up. Oh yeah, I love it when they label things. That was sarcasm. So if I put you in there, do I even need all that shit? Or can I just mount you in there and be done with it? I can just mount you in there and be done with it. Cool. Well, first off, that wiring is awesome. Do I have any more of those connectors? Oh man. Well, I do have that extension wire. Now I gotta try and get out of this thing. Oh man. Well, I guess I'm living in the car, guys, because my foot's stuck. I'm stuck on the headliner too. Holy shit. I'm gonna kill myself today. Definitely, man. If I ever do happen to get rid of this car and get another sports car, I'm gonna get something a convertible so it's easier to get in and out of into the back if I have to do any work. Oh, where did I put that speaker wire? Thinking about just using this shit. Unless I can find a quick connect. I don't know if I have any up here. I think all I got is the screw-on kind. I probably could reuse that one, but she's pretty rotten. You know what? Yeah, we'll just reuse this wire here. See, now I'm wondering if those Clarions are any good, because after looking at that ground line, she's pretty bad. She was pretty crunchy. Okay, I wish this here was out of the way too, but I can wish in one hand and shit in the other. Okay, let's just climb in here and become one with the car. Oh, welcome to the uncomfortable back seat. Everybody's like, oh, most uncomfortable place to have sex, and everybody's like, in the back of a V-dub. Obviously, they never tried a Trans Am. So that's the original subwoofers that it came with, but they don't work. They do not work. I know I'm not using the right tool, but if it works, you can't fault me on it. All right. Yeah, that thing was not even on there. Oh, I need electrical tape or something. And that's upstairs in the computer room. I don't think I have any down here. I wish I had like a Marette. Not to leave it on, but just, see, I wish I had this. See, and like this literally goes to the speaker wire. Then this black and red goes to the subwoofer. So, yeah, that's exactly how it works. So I don't know why the subwoofers weren't pounding. All right, I'm just gonna do this lightly like this right now, just so I can get an idea if this is gonna work with the new. I might even try the old Clarions just to see if they do fire, because I know when I did the 9-volt test, they fired. So we're gonna hook a 9-volt battery up to them and see if they dance. This friggin' headliner is gonna be the death of me. All right, grab you, straighten you out, take you, spider wire you around here. I know, this is not the right procedure. Blah, blah, blah. Adam, you're doing it all wrong. Anyway, where the hell's that Pioneer speaker? Oh, God. I think I'm the first one to fart in the back of a Trans Am. Really, the cables they give you? Oh, it's because it goes on this side. So the cables they give you don't even fit it, but it's because they're designed to fit the proper color. All right, put you on there. Okay, before I even consider mounting this thing, oh shit, the keys are on the outside. I'm really hating this job. Thank God I'm not 330 freaking pounds anymore. Otherwise, not only would I not be doing this, but I also wouldn't be driving the car. All right. Let's see if we can get any sound out of that speaker. Okay, the battery was trying to die. That's always a good time. All right. How do you turn this son of a bitch on?
Are you ready? You are ready.
Now, there's a way to set the speakers. That's not it. That's song selection. Aha! Oh, they're playing. This is my song, so it's fine. Wow, that speaker sounds like ass. Is there a pause button on this? All right, let's try something here. Let's get out of it. What am I stuck on? All these god dang wires. All right, so I'm curious if it was just wiring fault. Electrical tape has been acquired. I'm gonna go inside the car, I guess, because it's gonna make it easier. Well, easier to wire it, but not easy to get into it, that's for sure. How are you from? Oh, you're from the Dome Light. Cool. I feel bad for Jean-Andre when I made them sit back here now. Just a little glob of solder on it. That's all she needs. Maybe some super glue. Stop using super glue for everything, Adam. Come on, man. I use it for barbecue sauce on my chicken. It's fantastic. Don't knock it till you try it. Don't try it. There. Insulated and good. All right. Where the hell's that freaking Clarion? Let's hook you up to... Just stay there. Put that shield back over it. Like it should be. Like it should be. Cover that up. If this works, I'm gonna be pissed, man. We're going right back to Canadian Tire, and then we're hitting up the dollar store. Why are we idling weird? I can't do this from back here. Do you have a Phillips head on you? This has been driving me nuts since freaking forever. There. Now, if this works, I'm gonna be pissed. I think we're going back to Canadian Tire.
Are you ready? You are ready.
It works fine. These Clarion speakers are not blown. They're perfectly okay. It was my wiring this whole time. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Let's go ahead and package up these Canadian Tire speakers. We'll mount this one here back into the side. And I guess we're gonna get some money back because we don't need these. Lovely. Freaking lovely. Literally the whole reason why the speakers didn't work was because the wiring was crusty. Well, that sucks. Well, no, not really. Because the Clarion speakers are way the hell sounding better than these friggin' tomato soup spreaders, that's for sure. These things are kind of bunk. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and hook up the other Clarion. It's already mounted, I just gotta unmount it, do the wiring on it, and I'll be back. All right, guys, got the speakers wired up and they work, like the Clarions work. The whole problem, I got the music playing right now because I literally wired it in hot to see if the other one worked. But the whole problem with the speaker back there is those white coupler things they use to bind the wires together. Well, they broke. So that thing doesn't work still, but turn up the volume here. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. That's pause. Oh, it does have a pause. Balance. So we'll fade it all the way to the rear. Go over to the right. We're firing. Go all the way to the left. We're firing. Just with the speakers on. That's just the rear speakers. All right, so we can basically return those speakers back to Canadian Tire because we don't need them. Seeing how Dirty Bird's already running, let's go for a rip. Oh, no, let's not. Well, I'm gonna do that off camera anyway because this camera's about to die. I put a charge on it, but it wasn't good enough. So let me grab my hood prop. And because the battery was giving me troubles, let me grab the battery booster out of the truck. I'm gonna head off to Canadian Tire and return those speakers because, well, kind of pointless to keep them. I don't need them. I really wish I would have known that about those Clarions. That friggin' sucks. That friggin' sucks, but at least we got good sound in the car now, so that's pretty awesome. Which is really appreciated because those friggin' Pioneers literally sound like beer cans, like they're horrible. Those Clarions are, well, they're $210 speakers. I bought them off eBay. They retail for $210. I picked them up for $1.50. I thought they were blown. Turns out it was just a wiring fault in the car, so awesome. Anyway, that's all fixed up, so yeah, I'm gonna off camera go back to Canadian Tire, return my friggin' purchase, and probably hit up the dollar store and get some glassware for the Operation Soft Bait, soft plastics. So anyway guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, click that like button. We got the speakers installed. We went for a road trip, bought some stuff we didn't need, and now we're gonna return it. I love being a turtle. Until next time guys, live it to win it, and peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.